Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we're off for more of Spyro 3 Year the Dragon Reignited in the last episode. Would have been a short one if I didn't do 2 levels at once, because we went into Molten Crater and pretty much rescued everyone in the Tiki Lodge, and then took to the skies in Mushroom Speedway, racing a bunch of butterflies many a time, because I'm guessing my skill level was a bit too high for the game to handle, because I'm guessing for the Reignited trilogy in general. It reads the difficulty scaling across all 3 games, because it's all in one save file instead of just Spyro 3 by itself as it used to be in the original. And we only need 14 eggs to go into the next level, which is the level we're going to be doing in this episode. I think we need about 20 eggs in order to do the Speedway, which of course, if we check our journal, we pretty much had 20 start in last episode, but now we have 27. Couldn't get everything in Molten Crater. We can't do something because we haven't rescued Sergeant Burge yet, which doesn't seem to be in this area. Speaking of which, there's a Spark sign here, which we kind of glanced over last time. Got a special task for Sparks. Meet me back here later, Zoe. But that's not the important thing. We saw this balloon before that we couldn't reach. Everyone's just hanging here. It looks like this dude's just chilling.
If you could bring back one person from each of our 5 worlds, we can help you use the balloon.
But they will not help us unless we help them. And that was actually the guy that was waiting for his portal to be open. So this little otter over here, he'll help us if we help him. Right now he can't get back home to help his people with the Rhinox. So that's a problem. And everyone else is just hanging around. It's all good. This is actually a helpful way on actually, you know, gauging your progress without looking at the guidebook or the Atlas journal, whatever you want to call it. I tend to call it journal because that's Kingdom Hearts, but it's actually called the Atlas. But in the Reignited version, it's just called the guidebook, because if I just pause, it's called the guidebook. Yeah, many names. They all mean the same thing. So, we've got a water level. Joy. I bet this is going to go swimmingly.
Yay! My portal is working. I'll see you at the beach.
Alright, let's make it snappy. So yes, water level. And considering that we're playing the Reignited version, we've got momentum-based physics to deal with, and that actually does wreak havoc on the camera, as well as just moving about in general if we do not hold the X button. If we hold the square button to charge around, that could actually be a bit of a pain. So it's actually better to go slow and steady. But we got lots to do in this level. Let's just head over to you.
While I was gone, my friends borrowed the Rhinox submarine. Then they took it for a joyride. And then they smashed it into a big pile of rocks. Oddly enough, the Rhinox failed to see the humor in their actions and stuffed my friends in the jail cell behind you.
Right, so again, the Rhinox are up to no good, but this time they've actually imprisoned them behind that gate in both directions. Now, here's the thing, Sebastian. I know that we are under the sea, but isn't it supposed to be Snappy that's supposed to be talking to? Because normally I don't pay attention to the names, but because I wanted to make that pun and make it Snappy, I just realised this ain't the same seal. So where did Snappy go? That doesn't really make much sense. Maybe he's behind here, he got kidnapped and this guy was the one to escape, but you would think that the one who couldn't actually get back to his homeworld would end up arriving with that in mind. But before we continue any further, we actually have a skill point to deal with. Seashell Shore. Catch the funky chicken. I believe it acts like any other fodder. You knock it out and it gives you a butterfly. But in this case, of course, the skill point will be the life they'll give you. But yeah, I don't actually think there's a way on discerning it in the original. I mean, I never noticed it. I just kind of just killed everything I saw because I knew it was a skill point that I needed to do. And I just killed everything and I was like, oh, I got it. It must be some sort of chicken that I didn't realise. But it's a lot more easier to notice that it's a more unique chicken in the remake. So keep that in mind for when we get exploring. But it's not in this area for now, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm just trying to break all this. And look at this. Look at this. This is momentum. I'm drifting all over the place. I got to remember that up is down, down is up, just like swimming. And remember, we can't flame underwater unless we have, well, according to Spyro 2 anyway, super flame, because it's so hot that it actually goes blue underwater, which looks bloody awesome. But we're not going to see that in this level. There's no super flame, so just got charging these guys. Pretty much if you're charging, you're going to kill everything. So even if they shoot you, you're going to hit them if you just continue to hold the button regardless. So that's not a problem. Just making sure I haven't missed anything, because gems are a little bit washed out under the water because everything's actually tinted a bit. Case in point, there's a red right there. Yeah, the glisten doesn't... I've talked about the glistening before in Spyro 1. Reignited, and mentioned it in Spyro 2, just to, like, in case of the orbs, because they shine as well. But yeah, just to cover all bases, in the Spyro games in general, gems far away that you may not be able to see, you can still see them by the glisten that they have, so you can tell if something's there even if it hasn't technically rendered, which is pretty cool in my opinion. But it's a lot less noticeable in the remake, so that could hamper us a tad. I wanted to go this way because I missed a couple of things here, including a 1-up. So I'll grab that. And the camera's already getting a bit weird because it's getting against the walls, which I can't really help. That really did actually mess us in close quarters in Spyro 2. Oh, you're back again already. I'll just keep killing them and build up the lives.
If you want a quick summary of your progress in a world, you can press the guidebook button to open the guidebook page for the world you're in.
The guidebook button for the guidebook page. Well, considering that, you know, on Xbox One, that will probably be like the 3 lines, and on the PS4, it's the touch panel. I mean, you could call that the guidebook. You tap the hard book cover and it pops open. It's basically like a page. I mean, that's how it was used in the Nathan Drake collection on PS4, actually. So, that's a thing. And I know about that because that was actually one of the games that I got alongside my original PS4. Remember, I'm playing a PS4 Pro now, so... because my original PS4 was actually having problems. But... yeah, when I first got the PS4, it was originally for my brother, Master Aaron, as a late Christmas present. No, an early Christmas present, excuse me. There's an egg here. Jason! But, yeah, basically it was like an early birthday present. Got it on Black Friday, brand new at Game, and it was like, which is a UK retailer. And yeah, I got it for like £250. Little Big Planet free, which is what you wanted it for in the first place. Yes, you can get it on the PS3, but you wanted the PS4 version for because it just looked better. Not just because it was, you know, not just 720p, it was 1080p, but the graphics themselves were just a lot nicer. The problem is, though, I mentioned this, if you want to play online, it's free on the PS3 and not on the PS4, and that would have been a selling point for the PS4 version, but PS3 version, excuse me. But he wanted the better graphics, got the PS4 version, and that's how we ended up with a PS4. So, just a little story for you right there while we're going through here. There's not really much else to go through. I mean, we do have a trophy as well, but it's actually part to 100% completion, and all we have to do is kill a robotic shark. So, we'll cover that when we get to that point. So, don't have to worry about the trophy. We'll get it along the way. So, we're blasting for this level right now. Just, let's have a little look. He's pointing onwards. We've got everything so far, including that egg under the water, which is very nice. First egg? No. First egg is always completing the level. This is free the seals. That's not a problem. So we'll bash our way through here. Smash you, and then hit you again, hit you again. Yep, finally, we've got more enemies that take 2 hits since the sheepdogs in Spyro 1 in the toasty boss level, which murdered the hell out of me. Just saying, I wasn't a fan. And then you got like these big old yaks in Colossus in Spyro 2, and yet you, because considering they're quite woolly, you would expect them to have multiple hits, but nope, not them. Sparks, why'd you not grab that health? I thought we sorted this out with the patch last time.
You can hover to get more distance when gliding. Just press the action button at the end of your glide.
We'll deal with that later, because I don't want to go around that way right now. I actually want to go this way and hover. I did not make it. This is actually quite a tough jump to make, but this is, I believe, the way you're intended to do it. There we are. Especially with a buffed up hover, it makes it a little bit easier, but... oh, I'm trying to turn right, but he's turning left. But that's momentum-based physics, obviously pushing me alongside. Yeah, you want to come up here for a bunch of gems. That's really the only reason why we had to come up here. So that's perfectly fine. Yeah, you're chucking steel kegs. I don't even need to Mario over you because they're not TNT. I can easily bash those to kill you, like this. As long as I don't, you know, dash underneath them, like I was. Oh, bloody hell, I didn't even see you there. I can make him go in any which way. Hibber! Oh, I overshot and knocked the other one out of his hands. What the hell? What just hit me? That was weird. I just got squished by nothing. Only 2 episodes after, you know, a patch was applied to the game, and I'm still bombing in glitches. Like I said, it was mostly a patch to fix major glitches that mess with progression, which, funnily enough, the original Spyro 3 had those kind of glitches, so I'm kind of stunned that, even though this is based off the Greatest Hits version, which is or the Platinum version, depending on what country you're in, basically the later release that is the equivalent to the better version, basically, which includes the soundtrack, still has those bugs, and it obviously they were the bigger ones were patched out, and it was mostly on Spyro 3, but in this case, I'm still bumping into a few things, but they could easily patch those out when they get the chance. At least we know that this is getting patches, even though it was a bit late. I'm guessing those progression bugs were actually quite difficult to pin down and fix, and that's why it took quite a while. Which, that means they're putting in the effort, even though, you know, they were a bit rushed, because I blame Activision, because apparently they wanted to delay this game like twice. By the way, we've got a Sheila area here, so we're going to deal with this.
Oh, hi, Spyro. Some of my seal friends are trying to take down a Rhinoc fortress. I'm about to go and lend a foot. I love the smell of singed Rhinoc in the morning.
I actually like this little bit. But yeah, what I was saying was that the game was delayed twice. I was trying to find out where I left off there. Yeah, the game was like Toys for Bob wanted to delay the game twice, but on only the second time that they asked for a delay, Activision allowed it, and it's mostly Activision that kind of wanted the game out at a specific date, and I can understand that. They wanted it for the 20th anniversary, but it got pushed back by a couple of months, but they wouldn't do it any other time.
Hi, Sheila. The Rhinocs have built a fortress on our beach, and we're going to blow it to smithereens. We just need you to take out all the turrets for us. We're lighting the bomb now, so just make sure to stomp all those turrets before the fuse runs out, okay?
Why not just light the fuse after I'm done? And make the fuse shorter so you know that you're not wasting a lot of time after you light the fuse, but just enough time so you can get out. There are 2 easy ways to circumvent this time limit, but I guess you have your head under the water, I guess. Under the sea. Anyway, we got a time limit of 1 minute 30. All we got to do is literally destroy all the turrets, but there are boxes everywhere. The problem is, I would just continuously do the big jump, but it actually makes you move a lot slower in this version. Also, you can kick the cardboard boxes, but you do need to ground pound the turrets. Thankfully, you can ground pound through the wooden boxes. Most times. Okay, this is not working out well. There we are. So, use a combination of your kick and ground pounds, and you should be good. Ignore the Rhinocs. We don't need to actually take them out right now. Our priority is taking out the turrets. Doing them in between 2 objects is actually recommended, but the hitbox is slightly off for some reason. I'm finding anyway. Right, let's do it. There we are. Now we got both of them. How did you hit me from below and yet squish me from above? What? That made no sense in both ways. These seals made no sense in both ways when it came to the fuse situation, and that's not the last time Sheila's going to have to deal with that, believe me. This is tame in comparison, which, by the way, I'm about to run out of time, but still gives you plenty enough time, because we're done.
Wow, I can't believe I survived that blast. It's a good thing I kept this egg nice and safe in my pocket.
How is that a good thing? How is it safe in your pocket? If you didn't live, the egg would have been cooked. And this is Snappy. This is the guy who we had to help get into the bloody level. Snappy, you're a moron. I'm sorry, but we're going to make it Snappy, but you just ruin everything. I should buckaroo you. Give you a nice kick, but I don't think you're going to react. Oh, you did. Okay, fair enough then. But yeah, literally, just absolutely demolished, and all the Rhinocs that you may not have killed will be dead after this, so you can just grab their gems without any worry. And if you did take any damage from the turrets or from the Rhinocs, there's health around, and that's a 1-up. Wow, I don't even need to kill the other one. I can just get right out of here. I could take a shortcut and just click exit area, and I think I might actually do that, but I believe there is like one hidden area above that I kind of bypassed. Because I always get... Yep, I always get paranoid about that sort of thing. I already messed up in Sheila's level, I don't want to do it here. And yep, 2 eggs in this area. The sub-areas really do expand, and because this is actually a character error, Just like in Sunny Villa, that is actually considered part of the level with its own geometry, but it's like, you know, sectioned off for the purpose of playing as a different character. Except for one singular instance, which we'll get into when we actually reach that point. But yeah, I think we're actually done here, so let's get out of the water here. Click in, Sparks is saying we've got to leave, so that is that. Just got to make our way out. Yeah, I'm not exactly a fan on how like the high jump kind of slows you down. I guess that's for balancing, so you don't just spam it, so you don't never get hit by anything. But by the way, these are ducks with scuba helmets. I mean, what's up with that? That doesn't make much sense, does it? I guess you would mistake them for chickens if that was the case, but whatever. We got to go up here, past this big pineapple-like shaped tree, and we're actually in the final section of the level. If you look at your map, what the hell hit me? Oh, okay. Thanks, guys. Hit me in the blind spot. And if I go down through here, which there are items, I believe this is the tunnel where the funky chicken is supposed to be from. I haven't seen it, but... Oh, hello. Just grabbing the gems while I'm still searching. Don't mind me. Oh, wait. Is he locked in here? Do I have to smash this first? Probably. Or am I just missing him completely? Oh, there he is. Is this it? Don't look any different. Oh, I missed. How did I miss? Oh, boo-boo-boo. Come on. Oh, momentum. Come on, don't make me mad. You made me mad at the beginning of Spyro 2. You don't make me mad now. Which is funnily enough, like... the thing is, I died a lot in treetops because of the momentum-based physics messing up my jumps. Okay, that wasn't the one. What? Ah, there he is. There he is, the sneaky bugger. This is the one. No, he isn't. That's not the one. Oh, that was the one. He just looked like a normal duck. So that was the one. I thought they made him more unique. They call him a funky chicken, right? I don't know how he was funky. He weren't doing anything funky at all. He was just swimming about. I guess he's unique because he follows a set path and he does go through that bottom tunnel, I'm pretty sure. But, okay, whatever. I mean, if you kill everything, you'll probably get it anyway. That's how I always got it. I never actually noticed if he was different. I was just like, oh, it must be kill all enemies or something, and it says kill funky chicken. I'm like, that was a chicken? What? They look like ducks with scuba helmets. They look nothing like chickens. They don't look fluffy enough. I don't know. It's just one of those weird things. Yes, I'm just trying to grab the rest of the stuff around here. Why do I feel more intimidated about Mario water levels than Collectathon water levels? Like, even though...
My plan worked. That dumb octopus dropped the jail key while he was shaking me. Now I can free my friends. Oh, I forgot to tell you. One of the Rhinocs had this egg in his lunchbox.
Oh, that Rhinoc was going to eat the thing? Good thing we came along. Now, yeah, I got cut off because of that cutscene. I mean, he's now off. I didn't actually check his name either. Bad me. Not paying attention. But yeah, what I was saying was, when it comes to like water levels such as Gloomy Galleon in Donkey Kong 64, for example. Yes, I know where everything is, but it's still intimidating because both of the like main watery areas are huge and extremely deep. It's just that when you enter like you're going through a little tunnel like this, and then like you come out to an area like this, and you just feel a little bit intimidated because you can move literally everywhere and you're not limited. Yeah, that must be the funky chicken. Or was it that one? See, this is the confusing thing. It must be this one. I just don't see how he's funky. Right, let's have a look here. Where are you pointing? I always forget to go up here. Yeah, do I want to do this bit first, or do I want to do the other bit first? I'm trying to decide which one's harder, because we've got 2 more sub-areas to do, funnily enough. Like I said, this level is huge. Well, for Spyro standards, anyway. We've got a sub-area there, which is actually where we're going to get our trophy. And technically a mini-boss, I guess you could call it. I mean, anything that's better than any of the Spyro 1 bosses is considered a boss in my books, but that's more of a mini-boss in this game. In here, though, is a little challenge.
I used to have a dragon egg for you, but instead I used it to test our ultra-high-speed super fluidity tunnel. The good news is that it made it to the end of the tunnel without a scratch. The bad news is that there's no way to get it back out now.
Why would you use my egg that you knew it was mine and chuck it into a current pipe for an experiment that you know you cannot retrieve? Don't use what's not yours. That's just rude, my boy, and ignorant.
The tunnel is chock full of Rhinox and floating mines. The only way to retrieve that egg is to defeat every single Rhinox in the tunnel.
Why? And why would you stick an egg down a pipe that you know you can't reach, that you knew was mine, where you also know where Rhinox are, which are the people who want the eggs, as well as dynamite that could probably fry the egg in an instant? You guys really are idiots. I don't care if otters are cute. These guys are morons. But yes. Oh, an auto-charging segment underwater where we have to hit every Rhinox to get through in order for us to actually reach the end to grab the egg. Because if we just bypass any Rhinox or get hit by any dynamite, we fail and respawn at the end here. We don't lose a life, thankfully. But momentum-based physics. Yes, you can see how this can be annoying. It is a little bit slower than I remember, though. Maybe that's like balancing. Luckily, we can't move up and down. It's literally just left and right. But getting pushed against the sides of the walls does push you up and down, which wouldn't normally happen if the physics weren't momentum-based. So that can actually mess you up, because you could go underneath a Rhinox and you would fail just because the momentum-based physics pushed you down when you scuffed the wall, or pushed you up, depending on how you look at it. Look, I just moved down a bit there, moved up again there. I was actually turning as sharply as I could and to the left, and I could not get away from the right because I was drifting because of the momentum physics. This is just maddening. And I have seen my friends, as well as everyone, like other people, struggle because of this. It's not exactly fair, because it never used to be like this before. I'm nailing it this time, though. Where are you? There you are. Squeeze through the gap. Whack you. Get behind this mine. I didn't do it. Dang it. And of course, because these ones are part of a mini-game, they don't give any gems. There are no gems in this area, I don't think. So, we're good on that front, so you don't have to worry about it. There we are. I don't even know what that was. I make weird noises when I concentrate and I don't want to mess up. It's like a gaming intuition thing. There we are! Sideswipe around that mine!
This egg has surprisingly good fluid dynamic characteristics. From now on, all of our submarines will be egg-shaped.
Oh, well, I'm glad that one of our babies that you put in danger by multiple factors has helped you improve your scientific prowess. Duke Nukem. Yeah, why don't you nuke them? Learn how to breathe fire so we can actually get on with that. I'm out of here. I can't leave because of momentum-based physics. That was amazing. I literally went out on the outer edge of the portal. How did I manage that? That was amazing.
Pluto the Rhinox has challenged us to a naval battle. Our speedboat versus his nuclear shark submarine. If we win, we'll get the dragon egg he's guarding. If we lose, we'll have to spend a month doing kitchen patrol.
Well, I'm gonna get my spinach and take out the Pluto.
What do you say? Do you want to take on Pluto?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, good luck. Just remember, stay away from the sharp end.
Sharp end? What end is that? If he's a robotic one, he's going to be sharp all over because of the fins, I would assume. Press X to speed up, circle to fire a missile, pick up crates to get more missiles. And we're automatically locked in. By the way, I cannot search for gems, but if we just let the camera pan a tad, I am pretty sure there... Well, we can't actually see underneath the water very well, but there are gems in this area, which, if I come over here, actually... Yeah, these Rhinox are dropping gems. So... Once we beat this minigame, we will actually have free reign in this area, which, again, is more of an extension, but it's sectioned off specifically because, like I said, we have a boss battle of sorts, but it's more of a mini-boss battle. Yeah, I was able to move, but now, because the camera's locked, I have to hold the X button in order to move. There we are. For a second there, left was right and right was left. I don't know why it was messed up. So, he'll submerge, and you can't really hit him. All you got to do is pretty much run away, and left and right's messed up again! What's going on here? Stop doing that. I don't remember that being a thing. Okay, it's not tank controls. That's what's messing me up. Just point in the direction I gotta move. I remember it being different. I might be incorrect about that. Sparks, get out of the way! What are you doing? You're supposed to be doing that when I'm not actually, you know, doing anything with the controller. I was mashing a button, so you shouldn't have been getting in the way. That's actually counterproductive. I'm doing it again. For some reason I'm thinking tank controls. I don't know why I'm doing that. I think what my problem is actually, not tank controls, excuse me. I'm just trying to press left and right in the direction I'm already facing to try and go somewhere, but I ain't doing it. Because normally when you're accelerating, you don't hold a direction. Like, when you're charging around, you don't tend to hold the direction you want to move in, because holding the button itself propels you forward. But yeah, all you gotta really do is keep your distance, stock up on missiles, shoot him, and he'll go down. This actually used to give me a lot of trouble when I was young, and I just couldn't seem to figure out how to beat him.
Wow, that's the first time Pluto was ever lost. You dragons must have a ton of talent. I hope this egg was worth all the trouble.
Heh, comes Jackie Chan, because we kicked that robotic shock into scrap sushi. I don't know where I was going with that. I think I kind of got it across, but I didn't make it flow very well. Yeah, and when I was trying to run away from him, because of the controls just feel a bit weird when the controls like that. Maybe I always made that mistake, but like I said, it's been a little bit of a while, and yeah, it kind of messes me up. So, oh well, I still did it on the first try, so I can't complain about that. Just need to get the rest of the gems, and I believe we're actually done with this level. That one. Oh wait, there's one more gem. One more gem. Turn around. No, that's not it. What are we missing? We're missing 9 gems. Are they in here? Where are you pointing? Oh, the outer edge. Duh! Of course. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, really? I'm missing something. Is he pointing under the water? He is pointing under the water. I must have missed a pot. Oh, no. Sneaky bugger. And that means we're missing one more red. Where are you? Where are you, little tripe? Okay, because tripe is like a red colour for dog food. It's not in this area. Did I miss it on the outer edge of this, outside this area? Probably. If that's the case, then I haven't got far to go. Oh, right behind it. Wait, what? No, not right behind it. Oh god, where is it? Here we go again. Bet you it's one that Sparks has missed. Wait, where are you pointing now? Oh boy. Hang on. It's on the opposite side of the bloody level. Really? Down here when we got our first egg? Are you serious? Oh, I missed a Rhinoc. How did I miss a Rhinoc? I thought I was just looking for a singular gem. I didn't realise I missed an entire enemy. That's a new low even for me. But then again, I'm going to blame motion blur. Of course, I got to blame something. Why not it be motion blur? I mean, nah, seriously, that must have been me. Must have just missed him. And oh, I didn't realise that you're standing here. What? Why did you not speak? Driving that submarine was a blast. Next time we're going to borrow the Rhinoc speedboat. What? Okay, me messing up and forgetting an enemy has just made me find something that's a bit odd. I mean, when you come out of this water, you'll be facing this way and you wouldn't normally look back on yourself. Is this new? Can I talk to you again, my boy? You react? No, I can't talk to you again. Why did you not have any lines? What submarine? I'm confused, my boy. Is this new? Was this always here in the original when they replicated it for this and just didn't give it any lines for some reason? Is this something unused? But this is a remake, so why would it be unused? They wouldn't need to make it at all. I'm so confused right now. Wow, okay. Wow, I'm at the very...
I can't wait until the Rhinocs build a new submarine. Next time it's my turn to drive.
Oh, now you're talking. That's Sigmund. Wait, so who are you? No, you're still not talking. Okay, I guess the Rhinocs entered with a submarine. I kind of forgot about that plot point, but still, that one above did not talk to me, and that's not the same one, because he would have swam up there otherwise, and that could have been a placeholder, because the game would have got confused that I may not have talked to this guy, but why is he there, and why did he not actually have any recorded lines? He had no voice acting. I'm so confused. By the way, if I come down this tunnel, this is where everyone was locked in. We're back at the end of the level. Wow, I'm so confused. Why was that guy there? Why did he not say anything? That's really throwing me off at the very end of this video. Always find something new with Spyro 3. It's like one of those games that you play all the time and you notice something new. Spyro 2, pretty much seen everything up to this point. But Spyro 1, there's nothing much to find. Spyro 3, you just keep finding things. Especially in the remake, apparently. But yeah, we've actually completed this level 100%. We got the skill point. We even got our trophy for beating the shark itself, which is part of 100% because you got to get the egg. In the next episode, guys, we take the balloon. See you guys then.